Disgusting! He can't be doing that. That's a stab. Come on, Rangers! Come on, Rangers!
Missed the whole game.
The new season has arrived. After a pre-season that tested the newly constructed team more than perhaps they expected, Holland Sports are welcoming Sidley United, a club tipped for success in this year's Mid-Sussex Premier Division. And just in time for the new season, we've managed to wangle a brand new kit for the players from the Pro Direct Clubhouse, along with some ridiculously flashy Adidas boots. Either Adidas and Pro Direct are shockingly generous, or they simply want their branding all over a bunch of amateurs. Either way, we're pretty much fine with that. Barks, meanwhile, is busy tactically planning and dealing with a squad that's way bigger than he's used to.
Yeah, I feel excited. You know, it's a big game for me and Mike here, first game of the season. So, big 3 points. I think we've done everything we can to prepare. Been a challenging time really, getting to know the lads, getting to know the characters, selecting the squad, people happy, unhappy, all the usual stuff. So big learning curve for me today. I'm missing Charlie McCarthy, who's a new centre-back I brought in. Harry Dalton's out injured as well, so 2 missing, and Harry Ward is suspended. So defensively, we've had to make do. I'm asking James Barker to play out of position. I know he's not too happy doing it, but hopefully he'll do it for the side today. I think we need a team first attitude at this club moving forward, and we've all got to be prepared to kind of go above and beyond and put our bodies on the line for each other. Me and Mike were running away with this league with Charlwood, 15 points clear. And in all honesty, this is a better, maybe not in ability, but in youthful energy in here. And there's a lot of quality that needs a bit of coaching and a bit more kind of tactical awareness. But I want all these lads to believe today that we're going to win this game. I believe we're going to win this game. I know it's going to be a tough game, but deep down, I look across our front line, I look across our midfield, and I know if we apply ourselves, we can win today. And that'll be huge for everyone, because that 3 points means they buy into me and Mike and everything we've done over the last 4 weeks.
Oh no, look, he's done his kit. Full kit wanker.
As the players congregate outside, ready for the big kit reveal, Mike is in man management mode, convincing attacker James Barker that he needs to do a job at fullback today.
I just wanted to make it clear that that's not my position. I don't want to be a right back. My strengths are up the field, but on a day when you need someone to do a job, like I said, I'll be there for the team.
The main thing is you're on the pitch, prove a point, and just say, look, this is what I've got to offer. This is what I need to do. Because like we don't, we've only had a few pre-season games and stuff like that. But yeah, love that attitude of just I'll do it, because across the season we're going to have times where it's like, we haven't got a left back, someone's going to have to sit in, and our job is to try and pick the best team that's going to win us 3 points. And like I say, you're on the pitch, do some damage today, mate, get forward and do all that. All right? Good man.
In the changing room is a brand new kit. There are boots in there for you all. There are boots, they've matched the sizes you've given. There are a variety of colours, there are a variety of designs. You can mix and match with each other if you want. But just if you can just get your kit on and then just look at the boots and take them out there. They're for you boys for all your efforts.
Oh boy!
It smells beautiful, hey, look at that! Is that keeper kit?
There's little chance of us pretending this brief sequence is anything other than a plug for our wonderful sponsors. But when you look at how happy the players all are, you realise that Adidas and Pro Direct truly are heroes. And for Mike Smith, a transfer deadline day signing from Charlwood after Tom Tennant decided to switch to Copthorne FC, it's turning into quite a debut day. And while the players enjoy the new equipment, Barks is preoccupied with explaining the setup, having abandoned the 3-5-2 formation that he employed during pre-season.
I know you've been waiting in here a long time, I apologise, I know it's really hot and you're itching to get out. I'm just always conscious of getting out too early and waiting around, so the waters are on order. I'll just give you 5-10 minutes. You're right. Just took his head off. And then we'll be out. And we'll come back in if you want to get taped up and sort yourself out just before kick-off. Our shape is a 4-3-3 that we've worked on before. Toughest thing for me and Mike is letting players down. Players not in the squad today, players not starting, but everyone in here is going to play a role. The team that starts the season never finishes the season, boys. Everyone's got a big role, and we are a squad. The squad is there so everyone plays their part, and trust me, there's some people that aren't starting here that I know are match winners, that I know are going to have a big role to play this season. So if you've got a shirt, there's some hungry people chasing you. I know that we think they're a good side, and they are a good side, and they are going to be competitive. But you look around, I look around at Ryman League players, people who've played conference football in here, boys, people who should be playing higher, people who should be going leagues higher. The quality in here is unreal. And we should all be a step 5, step 6 team. So don't go out there any nerves. You have our absolute belief, me, Mike and Ben. I know this is a chance for us to really set our stall out. And like we talked about in pre-season, we have a chip on our shoulder here. We're the new boys to this league. And people are rocking up, having a laugh and a joke, thinking they're going to come here and roll us over. It doesn't happen here. Because we're here to win this league and it starts today. All right, boys? Get on the balls. Todd.
With so many front players to choose from, Barks has dropped Todd Lucas Scott to the bench, and the manager is keen to make sure the lively attacker is not too downhearted.
How you doing, man? You all right, man?
Todd, listen, I'm Mark, bro. You've done absolutely everything. And I just love you, mate.
Thanks, man.
I just love your attitude, I love everything about you. You're going to get so many goals this year, and you're going to have so many highs. And by the end of this year, you'll be playing with us a level up or another team a level up, Todd, because you deserve that for what you've shown. Just please trust in me, don't get disheartened. You are so close to starting, mate. It's just really hard with that front three. But I'm going to get you on. I might even get you on at half time there, so you're going to get 45 under your belt. But just know that I believe in you, mate, and I can see, like I always have with you, those good qualities, and I can see the ability, Todd. Just stay with me because I believe in you, all right?
Mate. Thank you, mate.
Meanwhile, Mike is working his magic on Connor, a young player who was initially told he'd probably end up in the reserves, who instead insisted on staying to fight for his place in the first team.
That attitude of, I'm going to prove you wrong, is everything he's about. Yeah. So, people don't really know him. He's played for England, and that's fight. People tell you you're not good enough, you get up, you pick your head up, and you go, I'm doing that. That's the attitude we want. We don't want people throwing the toys out of the pram. It's a squad game, do you know what I mean? We need you to, throughout the season, you're going to start, you're not going to start, you're going to play here, you're going to play there, whatever. What we want is you in the changing rooms lifting a trophy at the end of the season. But I just wanted to say, we love that attitude.
Cheers, mate. A lot hotter than I expected. Boys' attitude's been first class. Just a couple of reminders now about how we're going to play. I don't want to rile them up too much, but these are a clever, anyone that's played football knows the wind-up that goes on with the old experienced players, and you can sense they're mentioning the boots, the kit, obviously, things like that. So we've just got to rise above that stuff today and just focus on what we want to do. But what an exciting day. We've had 2 years of stop-start football, so just great to get going again today.
From the second we go out there today, lads, we're on it, we're chasing them, we're turning them, and we're making them work hard. All right, we can do this, boys, all together. We're in it for the whole season. All right, me and Barks will die for you. We will do everything we can to get the conditions right for you to be successful. But it's on you guys now to go out and do it. All right?
Come on, boys.
We're going to be leaders. We're going to work through everything together. We can't control the outcome, otherwise life be easy. We can control the process. Now the process is no mistakes in the first 10. Kick it long, hound and press. No mistakes. The process is we play when we can, we trust each other. Why not do something you're proud of today for 90 minutes? For each other. Not for me and Mike, for each other. You fight for every inch out there. Let's go. Yes.
Barks and Mike asked for a strong opening, but the visitors are on the front foot, and Holland's makeshift defence is immediately tested. Switching from a back three to a back four has given Holland a steeliness that they lacked in pre-season, yet they still need to find a way out of their own defensive third.
Got to turn them and get them out, Mike.
Go early! Go early! Get up! Higher!
Help it on, Murph. Turn him round for a bit, Murph.
Goalkeeper Joe's long kick and a flick from Sam Cockrell has the desired effect and Holland get forwards.
Up, halfway! Unlucky Joe! Good throw. Well done, Sammy!
Go on.
A driving run from George Smith gives Sidley a taste of what the Holland attackers are capable of. But Sidley have danger men of their own. Target man Paul Rogers is proving to be a handful, and his touch allows Nathan Crabb to set up Lee Carey. Minutes in, Holland Sports are beginning to find their feet in midfield, with Mike Smith and Steve Panay keeping possession and feeding the strikers.
Time! Shot!
Sam's ball through to George creates a half chance, but what happens next is pretty far from ideal.
No foul!
Referee can't be doing that. That's a stab.
Ref, get that keeper away from you!
Lee Carey reacts like a child who has just found out Timmy Mallet made a comeback show that never made it onto TV. Still, regardless of the man's blood-curdling screams, George Smith has given the referee no choice but to send him off.
Push Joe Hill left mid and just have Sam up top for a bit. Make it solid. We're going to go run it. We haven't got. I think they're going to score soon if we don't.
Just ref the game. Tell them all to leave you alone. There's too many people here telling you what to do.
This may be the most ironic conversation we've ever recorded.
I'm not saying that, I'm saying there's too many other people involved.
Holland may be figuring out a new formation, but they're still on the offence. Aaron Murphy and Joe Cavanagh combine to play in James Barker.
Away! Louis, superb.
At the other end, a remarkably long throw gives Paul Rogers the chance to open the scoring.
Murph, right back. Murph, right back.
Sidley are now on top and making the most of the extra space afforded them by George Smith's departure. Danny Ellis's clipped pass plays in Charlie Cornford, but defender Aaron Nolan shuts the door. Ellis again turns provider when he cuts out Ollie Wells' throw, and Rogers sets up Cornford for a gilt-edged opportunity.
Good save, Joey! Fantastic, mate.
Joe, stick out the left back's head. That's the right back. Ref! Ref, get him off! Get him off! Can't do that!
He's got nowhere near the ball, he's got to be ours.
He killed him, you're right. Can I just give him the treatment, boys? Can you just talk? Boys, talk, get away.
After some initial confusion, the referee makes it clear. It's a booking for goalkeeper Phil Hawkins and a penalty for Holland Sports. Yes! Sadly for new captain Sam Cockrell, it's the worst penalty since Derek Bentley said let him have it.
Go again! Yellow win again! Let's go, focus!
Sam looks for redemption by playing in his friend and strike partner Joe Hill, but Louis Walker's last-ditch challenge keeps the scores level.
Oh, call the ball. Sam, Joe, class, lovely in there.
Hey, Bart, get Ollie off. He's fucked. His head. He's dazed as fuck.
Alright, refs up! Come on, you ready?
Having taken a blow to the head when earning the penalty, dazed left-back Ollie Wells is forced to leave the pitch.
Go back.
You're right, is
Okay,
it?
come and stay with it.
Really great game there.
And things are about to go from bad to stupidly bad.
Have a kick! Oh my God, mate. Anything else go wrong here, lads? What are you saying, Joe? Hit flexor. Can anyone go and goal on the team?
Like, we haven't got anyone there.
Mike, you go in goal? Can you go centre back? Have you ever done it before?
Well, yeah, for you.
Yeah, he's done. Joe Cav can go in goal, we've got no more centre halves.
Keeper Joe Stapleton bravely attempts to play on despite knowing he's in no shape to continue.
I'll go to Joe having goal. Think about it.
You need some height at the back. Whoever's going to do it, he's got to be.
He's done, he can't even move. Joe Cav, you're going to have to do it for me. You're going to have to do it. Do it now. Ref, can I make a change?
Where am I going, Bucks?
Todd on this side here. On the right? Yeah. Is that alright? That's the best I can do. We've got Connor, Mike, Aaron, James.
As if things couldn't get any worse, Joe Cav sets up Sam Cockrell so that the striker can kick the ball into his own face. From the resulting counter-attack, Mike Smith shows he's not really a centre-back.
Don't need to win, Mike, just slow him! Just slow Mike!
And that allows Charlie Cornford to set up Paul Rogers.
Johnny! Boys, I said the back post.
Ow! I called that.
Any ideas, Mike? I'm running out of options here. Got no centre backs. Got no keeper. No.
Like a convict spinning a prison guard on a merry-go-round, Sidley are turning the screw. I'm really sorry about that one.
You earned it!
Joe Cav's fine save proves to be an inspiration, not least to Conor McGuinness, who finds himself on the goal line.
Great save! Stay out. Come and grab a drink, boys.
They're just fucking working on.
By the way, absolute salmon in there. I tell you what, boys, I've never had a game like this in my life, playing or anything. Welcome to the sports. We have a sending off in about 5 minutes. We have, no offence to Sam, the biggest P-roll of a penalty I've ever seen. And then we get our keeper get injured as well. But I love it. I love the heart there. And I tell you what, we've adapted really, really well. The celebration when they scored is just pure relief because they can't believe you're down to 10 playing uphill. I don't think this game's out of the question, and for us really, it's a little bit of a free hit now, isn't it? Like, it's a little bit of a free hit. We've lost our keeper, we're down to 10 men. Like, there's no need for anyone here to be frustrated at all. It's a little bit of a free hit this half, but I think you've grown into that. And I think going down the hill, we can really exploit some key areas. So all I want us to do is keep turning them and make it really awkward. The longer we're in this game, the more pressure's on them. But it's a free hit. This is about character now. We're not expected to win this after what's happened. We're not expected to. So this is just about character and being together. But I think there's enough togetherness here, and you've shown that, to go out and do that and cause some real problems for this team. I need you all being positive. I need you all working a little bit extra. But I think the quality's here, and I think that they're a little bit worried. When we went down to 10 men after 5 minutes, I think they thought they'd steamroll us. And guess what? They haven't, because you stood up to be counted. Okay, so go out there, continue what you're doing. You two be our outlet, run it, hold it in the corner. Sammy joining in, James joining in for me. Okay, the rest of you just think defensively for now. All right, boys?
Come on, boys. Let's go, yeah?
You wouldn't need to sit through all 69 episodes of Columbo to figure out what Sidley's team talk would have been about. Smashing Holland in the opening 5 minutes would probably sum it up, and an early corner is just what the manager ordered.
Yellow win!
Sam Crabb found himself unmarked in the box, and his controlled finish into the far corner makes it 2-0. A collapse is beginning to feel likely, with Crabb sidestepping his way into the box before thwacking the crossbar from close range.
Two in the back! Two in the back!
The next sequence has an air of comedy about it as Steve Panay loses the ball, Danny Ellis handles it, Aaron Nolan launches a crunching tackle, and the Crab people hit the post. Also, Charlie Cornford missed an open goal.
Great tackle,
Aaron, yeah. Todd, stay higher, mate.
Paul Rogers then slices the Sports defence wide open, but Joe Cav is proving to be a saviour between the sticks.
He's been unreal, hasn't he?
With Holland against the ropes, the big man up top decides to show off a quality of footwork hitherto unseen at the Step 7 level.
Wow. They're tiring, yellows. Keep working the ball.
Sam Crabb's unrelenting desire to do more damage sees him carry the ball down the left wing, and he eventually tees up Paul Rogers for his second goal of the game.
They did that his first half though.
Run, Todd! Todd, get across it.
Keep running, Todd, keep running!
Time, Todd, time!
It takes them some time, but Holland Sports eventually drive forwards, with substitute Todd Lucas carrying the ball up the pitch.
Time, Murph!
Left back, left back, left back!
The spell of pressure leads to Holland's best chance of the game. Macca's header is brilliantly repelled by Phil Hawkins. The game is lost, but it's to Holland's credit that they keep on fighting. Todd Lucas is the next to have a shot on target. It's scant consolation in a fixture marred by relentless misfortune.
Can anything more go wrong for me there?
No.
Jesus, well done, mate. Listen, I said to you at the start of this, when we lose, we all hurt. You know, that we're hurting for you, but I'm hurting because of what you put into that. You know, silly thing from George, I haven't obviously seen it back, but he knows better than that. But the rest of you that stayed out there, I can't fault it. I can't fault that character and that togetherness. And then to lose a keeper as well. Well done, Joe. I can't fault it, boys. And Mike just said to me, there's so many positives, and we sit and plan and talk about things and train. I can't plan for any of that today, boys, and we can't plan for it. But you've adapted and shown your resilience. We started to move the ball, we created chances. All I can say is, and I know you're hurting because you put so much in, and there's so many big, I look at Aaron there, annoyed, gave absolutely everything at the back there, boys, to keep us in the game. Stevie, Sammy, there's so many brilliant performances there. But that's not going to define our season, that one game. What it shows me, like I know I have here, are brilliant people, brilliant lads who are going to go above and beyond and are not going to throw their heads. It would have been so easy to give up. It would have been the easiest thing in the world to give up. You know, at 0-0 we're getting penalties. There's so many things there that could have gone slightly different. Dust yourselves off, think about it, take away the positives. We go again. We're resilient. We go back to training Wednesday. We get back here. And I think you all owe that Southwick one here next week. And we take these positives into that. So dust yourselves off. MON, I'm going to give to Aaron at the back there. Well done, Aaron. Well done, boys. Heads up, all over. There's nothing to be downtrodden about. Get a shower, we'll have a beer, we shake it off.
Have a stretch and a run as well, boys.
Yeah, frustrated because all the things that you want to do, you can't do once you get sending off in the first 15 minutes of the game. So, you know, it changes things, and it's not just the sending off. You lose the goalkeeper. You know, you have to change the shape. You've got players that are then playing out of position. We already had a couple of players playing out of position who were doing a job for us as well. So, yeah, frustrating, but, you know, being optimistic. There were some really good things we did as well.
Yeah, it was pretty mental, I can't lie. Yeah, not good. We were aiming for the 3 points, obviously, and we didn't even get one, which I think that we at least deserved a point, even with the man sent off early. But yeah, I think we just got to go again next week, really.
Carnage, because obviously starting on the bench was obviously one of the things, no one likes doing it, but Ollie come off a head injury, and then it's with 10 men, it's so hard to get into a game as it is, let alone coming on as a sub of 11 men. Coming on with 10 is ridiculous, and sort of trying to get into it when you're on the back foot is mental. But we done all right, we created chances and that, but it was always going to be on the back foot the whole game against 11 men, you know. So,
you know, they started well, the away side, Sidley. You could see they had a big experienced man up top. We were under it, but then we just started to grow. James down the wing, drive in. Joe cutting with his left foot, had a shot. George had a brilliant couple of runs, and you could just see glimmers of us thinking, all right, we've dealt with the best they've got. It hasn't really threatened, and now we are pushing, and then you lose George. And then it's like a lad I've brought down, who I've trusted, who I've played in front of Todd. I've never seen him do that. I know he's a strong lad and he's fighting for things, and I don't know. I don't know where his head was with that incident.
Yeah, you know, we've come into a new club and some people here have done the same things for a long time, and it's like any type of change management. There are going to be people that are happy, people that wanted some change anyway, and there's going to be some people that didn't want the change. And I suppose what we're trying to do is figure out who is on board. We've got to get the right people on the bus. They've done all the things we've asked them to do, which I think is the really important thing.
No, I've quite enjoyed it, to be honest, because it's a lot more professional what's going on here. Like before, you turn up late to matches and everything. It's just not really the proper setup to get you going, but now it's a bit different. I quite enjoy it. Gets you up for a game a bit more when you know that you've got little bit of pressure on you. I quite thrive off that, to be honest.
Yeah, it was sort of, I had a conversation with Barks, and it was at the start of the season, he sort of said to me, oh, I sort of don't really know if you'll fit into this team on the left side. I think you deserve to play first team football, go elsewhere. And I sort of had a back and forth argument with him. And then he was like to me, oh, okay, fair play to you for arguing back. I just thought you deserve first team football. If you're happy to stick around, do so. And obviously I did that, and here now. You know? Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened. And Mike just basically said, we're glad that you did that. Obviously, that you're still with us. You're a huge part of the team, sort of thing. So yeah,
it's definitely exciting. It's more just the push as a team, because if we can get playing with each other properly, I know that we could win this division with the quality we've got in the side. But I don't know. It's one of them things where we just got to get it clicking, because it didn't click out there today at all.
Just of it, we've always been like sort of, oh, piss off that to the manager and that, but you can't really do that now because we don't know him on a personal level, you know. So we're sort of taking it a bit more serious, and you know, it's sort of like knuckle down to get your place in the team. We don't want to work and piss off, basically.
Do you like that?
A bit more, yeah, because if you need to get roasted if you lose, and especially if you play shit, you get dragged off. But when you're mates, you sort of tiptoe around doing that, you know. So you don't want to do that to your mates, and it's different because if you're playing shit, you have to come off the pitch. And that's the long and short of it, isn't it?
I'm trying to do the best job I can. We've learnt a lot today, but we bounce back, and a season's a roller coaster. And next week, at this time, 5 o'clock, we could be buzzing with 3 points against a very, very good opposition again. We'll be doing all we can to win, saying the right things, having the right conversations, setting the team up the best we can. And who knows, something else might go wrong next week, but we've got to adapt to that. So I guess I'm saying I'm here, we're working hard, our hearts are all in the right place. And if you keep that integrity and that desire, eventually it will all come good.
The support we're getting on this channel has been brilliant, so we just wanted to say thanks for your support, because you've been brilliant. But don't forget to hit like, subscribe and make some comments to help us.